Hi, welcome to Flavor of Marriage. I'm Wendy.
And I'm Jerry.
Now today we're going to talk about how in every relationship you need a few ingredients to make things work.
Absolutely.
You know, like maybe you need some love and sweetness. So you might add in a little sugar.
Yeah, maybe some time together.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you just did.
And you know, of course, when you've been together for a while.
You've been together for like 8 years. You need
something
just
extra.
like some pizzazz.
Yeah, a little extra
like,
boost.
Just
something
you need, like
savory.
Yeah, like
umami.
Ooh, yeah, umami.
So what does umami taste like? Well, it's a little bit difficult to describe because imagine if when you were growing up and the first time you tasted something sweet, nobody told you that that sensation that you were feeling is what we call sweet. Well, it's the same way with umami. And especially those of us who grew up without people telling us, oh, the flavor of that's rich in umami. But what is that flavor? Well, it's been described as meaty or brothy or savory. Once you taste it, once you recognize it, you'll be able to taste it forever. Its role in the kitchen is important because it allows chefs to add an additional flavor profile to their food. Because as chefs, we want to be sure that we're sort of exciting every bit of our palate with the dishes we make because it makes for a bigger and more satisfying taste experience. That's why we think about things like, well, acid, and we think about bitter, and we think about salty and sweet. And we also need to think about umami, because if you leave that umami sensation out, the recipe is noticeably missing something.
Yeah, it's not working.
What are you talking about?
No, the food.
Oh.
We need that umami.
We need umami. We gotta find it.
Where do you get umami?
At the Umami Depot.
Okay, you know what? That's not helping. You know, just look for it. See if you can find any. Are you looking?
Yes. This might work.
You don't. Are you looking?
Yes. Do you have a lighter?
No, I don't have a lighter.
I'm gonna make a wish.
What? Really?
How do we use or where do we find that umami in the kitchen? We get it in a lot of places. Fermented sauces like fish sauce, soy sauce, and miso, or perhaps in aged cheeses, aged sausages, aged hams, ripe tomatoes, tuna, even in red wine. There's a lot of places where we can find that umami sensation. And of course, we can also use MSG, which is the purest form of that umami flavor profile. What does that mean? Well, it's sort of like the difference between using honey and sugar when we want to sweeten something. If we put sugar in, we're just getting a pure sweet taste. If you put honey, you get the sweetness and additional flavor profiles, which you may or may not want depending on the recipe. The same with umami. For instance, I could use soy sauce, but then I'm getting umami and other flavor profiles, which may or may not be appropriate. By using MSG, I'm just putting in that pure umami sensation. I also should mention that the use of MSG is very important in diets where we want to reduce the amount of sodium and reduce the amount of fat. It's a great tool for doing those two things as well as building a great flavor profile. So now it's your turn to go out and experiment. Get some MSG and try adding it to different things in your kitchen. Maybe put it in some scrambled eggs for starters, put it in some soup, put it in a braised item, and watch what happens to the flavor profile. I think you're gonna like what you're gonna find.
I can't believe it. It was right in front of our eyes the whole time.
The whole time is right in front of us and we didn't even notice it.
What are you doing?
Like our love.
Okay. And do you need some wine?
Why?
To go with that cheese?
Girl, you know you like it.
All right.